I was in middle school selling pâté in school, selling juice, 25-cent cakes. Honestly, having the entrepreneur basis from my mother. I also attended a program called Common Threads offered by FIU to teach inner city children how to cook different meals from around the world. So this is where the basis of the culinary world was birthed into me.
You were working at Publix. At what point did you realize that I'm done? What pushed you to that?
I started working at Publix when I was 14 years old. I worked there for about 3 years. They started reducing my hours, 3 hours a week. I wasn't okay with that. You know, I'm one of your best cashiers here. I just pivoted to a different job. So I've always been a worker for my own money. I've always been somebody who wanted to have for myself. I left Publix and got to Little Caesars. That was my next following job. I specialize in healthy Haitian cooking. There's so many Haitian restaurants around with Miami and in South Florida in general. When I got to culinary school, I was about 165 pounds. I didn't want to lose Haitian culture, but I still wanted it to be healthy. The hormonal balance, mental health, all of these things have a connection with food.
Chef Nessa, a certified culinarian, a private and personal chef, and a class of 2017 alumna of North Miami Senior High School. Currently earning her degree in culinary management, she bridges Haitian heritage and wellness, proving that culture and health don't have to compete. From yachts to private jets, she's built a luxury culinary experience while staying rooted in community.
For someone who's in the culinary field, highly demanded, what will dating look like? Would you rather get married to somebody who's already in the same field?
Yes, 1000%.
If they don't know how to really cook?
Welcome back to another episode on Jews Legacy Enterprise Productions, where story connects generations. A conversation with a pioneer, a segment that celebrates the life and journey of North Miami Senior High School pioneers, bridging the past and the present to inspire the future. Behind every name, there is a story. Chef Nessa, you've heard the name. From working from Publix to selling plates of food from her house to becoming a certified culinarian. It is with great pleasure to bring an alumna from North Miami Senior High School, class of 2017, who is currently seeking a degree in culinary management. She provides a luxury experience in culinary. It is with great pleasure to invite her here for a conversation. Chef Nessa, welcome.
Hello.
I've been trying to get you here for a few months now.
Yes, you have.
Right?
Yes, you have been.
Well, we ran into each other at the picnic.
Yes.
And everyone was going crazy over the food that you were selling.
Yeah.
And also the juice that you guys were selling there. And a lot of people sleep on you, right?
Yeah.
So, Chef Nessa, how did you even tap into that world? Walk us back. Give us the history of how you got into cooking.
Okay, so I would say that my mom has always been a woman who set the precedent for the culinary world. Growing up, I was in middle school selling pâté in school. I was in middle school selling juice, 25-cent cakes. Just honestly having the entrepreneur basis from my mother. I also attended a program called Common Threads, which was a program that was offered by FIU to teach inner city children how to cook different meals from around the world. Mm. So this is where the basis of the culinary world was birthed into me. And it also merged two worlds because I experienced cultures from around the world, food cultures, but I also have the instilled Haitian nature in me. So
right.
I just really enjoyed doing both. And I got to the point of my journey where I wanted to see if I can merge both. Mm-hmm. And it took off from there.
I remember you were in PAL at some point.
Yes. I was in PAL through my big sister. So right. Monica, which is my big sister, she always found somewhere or some way for us to like for me and my little brother to be engaged in the city, whether it was through like Parks and Rec, any like summer programs, POW, swimming. So yeah, I was in POW for a little while. That was a great experience. It brought some militant structure for a little bit, but.
Are you the baby of the family?
I am the last girl.
You're the last girl?
Yes.
How's the family structure set up for you?
I am the last girl of 7 children, so it is. Family life is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm born and raised with my mother and my father, so. The Haitian culture, it is l'église, l'école, la caille.
That's it.
You know, but my name is Vanessa, and Vanessa means butterfly.
Oh.
And I've always just felt like, even in my family, even in life, like I've always been a butterfly. Pretty to see and hard to catch. I've always been on the go, you know, like so. With family, it's a interesting dynamic. Because I've always been the one to, let's go, let's pivot, let's go. And, you know, my family, everybody has their role. Everybody has their goals, their dreams, and their visions. But everybody's just pushing each other, you know. I have siblings who've pushed for law enforcement. I've had family who pushed for the healthcare field. Mm-hmm. Of course, Claire meets Frederic as well, my older sister. My sister's, Monica's a baker. She also works into Seminole County. Like
right.
Everyone has their place, you know. My older brother's entrepreneurs. My younger brother my youngest brother, he's into the military, so he's going into the Air Force. So everyone has their structure, their way of where to go in life. So now it's time to work on me.
You were working at Publix. I remember you working at Publix.
Yeah.
At what point did you realize that I'm done? And I need to, or what pushed you to that?
So I started working at Publix when I was 14 years old, and I worked there for about 3 years. And at my 3rd-year mark, they started reducing my hours. They were giving me like 3 hours a week, and I wasn't okay with that. I was like, 3 hours a week, you know, I'm one of your best cashiers here, you know. And I just pivoted to a different job. So I've always been a worker for my own money. I've always been somebody who wanted to have for myself. Mm-hmm. So I left Publix and got to Little Caesars. That was my next following job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After high school, where did you go as far as post-secondary education, and what did you major in?
Post-secondary education, I got into nursing.
Okay.
Because
that's different.
Yeah, definitely different from the culinary world. Because I was in HOSA in high school too, so
okay.
I did have sort of a passion for it that grew. But it was honestly because of following predecessors as well. You know, all my sisters have been in HOSA. You know, they followed healthcare, so it was something that was an option, but it was also pushed because your Haitians want you, go be a nurse, go be a doctor, go, you know. So I did start Broward College in nursing, but the culinary took over. It did.
How was that conversation with your parents?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to break out of their
norm,
their norm or their way of thinking and the way that they see you. And like, it's kind of hard to break out of that when you have so much love for them and you don't want to disappoint your parents,
right.
You know? But in also choosing yourself, you have to also gain your freedom in a Haitian household. So when I did decide to lean more towards food, there was a lot of pushback. You know, they're like, "Oh, what do you mean? You know, you're too short. You're in front of the stove. You can't even reach the stove." You know, but
can you reach the stove now?
In heels, yes. In some heels, yes. In working in different areas outside of the business side, those kitchens are very intimidating, to say the least. I'm usually the smallest one out of every team that I join.
Right.
whether it's a staff of chefs, whether it's hosting and things like that. So it's a bit intimidating.
So what would you say your journey have taught you thus far?
My journey has taught me to never give up.
Okay.
You know, every problem has a solution. And it's just trying to find the right solution to take you to the next level. That's what this culinary world has taught me, for sure.
What does your schedule look like?
My schedule is all over the place. I would say that because I am currently in school now. So I, as a personal chef and a private chef, I take what I can. I don't take every opportunity that comes and presents itself.
Right.
I take what can be feasible for income, what can be feasible for expanding business. So my schedule is fluctuating. It's fluctuating.
So I would ask, what do you specialize in now in the culinary space?
Right now, I specialize in Haitian food, healthy Haitian cooking.
Okay.
So I got to a point where I realized the problem. I realized that there's so many Haitian restaurants around in North Miami and in South Florida in general. And when I got to culinary school, I was about 165 pounds. And that was like taking on stress from family, stress from life, like a lot of different pressures. And I realized the impact that it was having on my health. And I noticed a lot of different Haitian restaurants around Miami. They typically serve the same things. They have their own twists of how they present Haitian food, but it's generally the same. And I noticed that I didn't want to lose Haitian culture, but I still wanted it to be healthy.
Right.
I still wanted to make tweaks and changes that really benefit the body, because Haitian food is by its basis, there's a lot of different Haitian dishes that are healthy, but there's certain tweaks to it. The oils, the extra butters, the processed ingredients of it can definitely affect the health.
Right.
Quantity in the plate?
The quantity, the portions, you know, and I just really got to a point where I'm like, this is a problem, because I look at the growth of children in a Haitian household and how obesity starts very young. It starts very young through whatever they're getting fed in school, the hormonal balance, mental health. All of these things have a connection with food.
Right.
So right now, my niche is not losing culture, preserving culture, but still keeping it healthy.
Are you more, would you rather do private chef or a restaurant? And if you do a restaurant, would you rather do one or a chain?
That's a great question. Right now, into my career, I am looking for stability.
Okay.
So a chain would be best for me right now.
Okay.
Starting off small with one fast casual and building from there. That's my avenue.
Chef Nessa, you're pivoting and you are navigating a space that is very competitive.
Yeah.
Because you have everyone now think they are chefs. Everyone are cooking from their house, food trucks, and they are a lot of competitions out there, right? Especially different cuisines that exist within cooking.
Yes.
How has that experience been for you?
I've never really looked at my competition.
Okay.
In a sense of it being competition. I look at competition as myself.
Okay.
Like what's my next step? It's me versus me.
Right.
I don't really look at everyone else's pathway or how they govern themselves when it comes to the different cuisines. Because a million chefs can make the same thing.
Right.
But no one can be themselves. Like, no one can duplicate themselves in the chef world. You can have the same dish. 10 chefs can make lalo, but Chef Nessa makes lalo the way Chef Nessa makes lalo.
Right.
Chef Mishi could make lalo the way Chef Mishi makes lalo. Like I don't see competition in the chef world.
When I say competition, I'm talking about as far as different style of food. We have American food, you have Jamaican food, you have, I see you try different cuisines, right? Asians, right? So I'm talking about that space.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I know there's different challenges. Each plate is different, right? So how's that experience been for you?
That experience for me has been, it's been challenging financially because you notice how each recipe can have 20, 30 different things.
Right.
So having to, if you're curating a recipe and you're creating a dish, you have to handle the pressures of what that dish comes with. And then to be able to become profitable, that recipe has to be profitable.
Right.
So you have to be able to make that dish and at least create it profitable times 3. So that's a challenge, I would say, that can get messy when you're trying to navigate having a set menu for what you do. Like,
I would ask, out of all the different dishes that you're making, different cuisines, or different countries have different food that they specialize in. What would you say is one of the toughest for you?
One of the toughest for me has been Indian cuisine. Indian cuisine has a lot of different spices, and their techniques with toasting. They like spices. They like to bring out flavors of spice.
Right.
So that one, Indian cuisine has definitely been a challenge. Like flavor-wise, they have so many, like a wide range.
I have a friend of mine who is a very good cook.
Okay.
We work together, right?
Okay.
So I told him, I said, why don't you open up a restaurant? He says, listen, he said cooking for friends and families is one conversation, right?
Yes.
But when you're cooking for a group of people and you're cooking for a lot of people, right? He says that is 2 different conversations, right? Can you elaborate on that for us?
Okay.
Is it because of friends and family is not going to lie to you?
Yes. Friends and family, they will enjoy your dish.
They'll support you regardless.
They'll support you regardless. Now, when you are pivoting into becoming a chef and you're doing it in a different limelight, there is different challenges. So selling plates is one thing. Catering is one thing. And the volume of people that you're cooking for can change and alter the quality of your dish. If you cook for 10 people versus 75 people,
correct.
Cooking for 10 people versus 300 people,
correct.
The main thing that your guests and your clients look for is consistency. They want that dish. If Chef Creole tastes like Chef Creole on Monday, Chef Creole needs to taste like Chef Creole on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So maintaining consistency is definitely something that you have to maintain. And when you're cooking for different levels of people, you have to know your audience. What are they looking for? What are their expectations from you when you present your dish to them, or you present the menu that they're looking for from you? So how to navigate.
The reason why I asked you, because my brother asked a question earlier, right? As far as are you looking to just open up one spot, or are you looking to open up a chain? And you say, yeah, I would actually love to open a chain for stability. So now, how do you plan on keeping that consistency for 10 restaurants that's open in different locations where the food is going to be the same every day? Because now you touching each meal.
Yes.
You can't rely on somebody else and say, hey, this is the ingredient, and do it, right? So what is your plan for that? Because we've seen restaurants do it, and they are not the best at it. What is your plans for that?
Standard operating procedures.
SOPs, yes.
SOPs. Whenever you're building anything with food, I've learned that you have to have a stable plan. You need to have things written down, step by step. How do you get there? How did you make it this flavor? Did you add a touch of this? And which is also very difficult if you cook from your heart. If you cook with love, if you're cooking with passion, sometimes you don't have room to measure that.
Right.
It's literally off of you in the kitchen letting your passion fuel you. So if I were to start a chain, standard operating procedures would be like something that's critical to surviving that market. Because Chipotle, if you look at Chipotle has multiple locations.
Correct.
But their flavor still stays the same no matter what they're serving, because they maintain a book. They maintain a book of how it's supposed to taste, what it's supposed to look like. And from there, you just have to have the best of hope when you are training your staff, you know? When you're training your guests, when you're training your staff to replicate what you do. That's the challenge.
But you wouldn't be afraid that somebody will take that from you and run with it? Because let's say, because I've had your food, right? Let's say your food is a 10 compared to everybody else. Now you providing your ingredients to someone that could just easily say, oh, okay, that's what's different, and duplicate it somewhere else and become one of your competitors. And
that happens often, especially in Miami, I would say, because you see someone start something and then they're like, oh, well, I could do it 10 times better, you know? But that's what having the legalities behind what you do is important. Having NDAs. If you're having staff who you're training, you can have them sign an NDA. Hey, whatever my ingredients are in this kitchen cannot be discussed out, cannot be discussed on social media. If you do choose to do so, you know,
there's ramifications. The quick takeout that you're going to do, right? What's the menu going to look like?
That I haven't disclosed 1,000% yet because it's still in the works. I have my basis of where I want it to go, but I'm also looking for the seriousness behind it. I need investors. I need people who are serious in the city who would want to help take this to the next level. So, yeah.
Have you watched, I'm sure you've seen different cooking shows, right?
Yes, I grew up on cooking shows.
Which one do you think that you'll be able to excel at, and which one do you think would help elevate your skills? Would you say Guys Grocery Games, Chopped, Chef, is it Dave Ramsey?
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, I'm sorry.
Ramsay.
Dave Ramsay, the monetary
I always mix them up. Gordon, would you say like Hell's Kitchen? You have Chopped. You have Guys Groceries Game. Which out of those different shows, which one do you think would challenge you more, and which one do you think you'll excel at more?
Okay.
And would you even do one?
Would I even do one?
Yes.
I would do a cooking show.
Which one would you do first? Let's do that.
If I were to do a cooking show, I would do something that is very similar to Barefoot Contessa.
Okay.
In a garden, because I grew up watching her as a child, and I loved the simplicity of the way she cooked. I'm the type of chef, I like peace too. And that's one of the reasons why I created my own avenue with the chef world, because the pace of the kitchen can get a lot. And I like to cook at my own pace. I like to let things flow, and I really love Barefoot Contessa because she keep things simple and clean and nice. She has her own garden. That's the type of chef I see myself personally as a farm to table. I like things fresh. Let me go to the garden and pick my basil, my parsley. So as far as challenge, guys Grocery Games. Run around, that rush.
That pressure.
Guys Grocery Games.
You think Guys Grocery Game would be more challenging than Chop? Because Chop, you don't know what they're going to
Oh
give
my
you.
gosh. Chop is a different level of stress. Chop is a different level of stress, especially being pressed for time.
Right.
And that's one of the things that in the chef world, you have to know your timing. like you have to, like sometimes you have to be there in the nick of time. The person's outside waiting for you for their plate of food.
Yep.
It needs to be done in 10 minutes or less to keep quality control, to keep customer service up. Like there's levels to the chef world that people don't really look at. So chop for me, I don't know.
So if you're already good at cooking, right? Why would you go to culinary school?
Because I wanted to set myself apart.
Okay.
I'm somebody who, if I want something, I want the best of it.
Okay.
If I can, you know. And although I already had the passion, I already had the knowledge, I already had everything instilled in me, I still, your credentials also set you apart too. So becoming a certified culinarian, for me, it gave me my stripes, you know. I earned my stripes.
We see your social media. You're on private jets.
Yes.
You're catering at different places, high ends. How did you tap into that world?
It pulls you in once you start.
Okay.
The journey, especially with when your name grows and your potential grows, your name flows in different rooms. And when you just let it flow, it flows. You get calls, hey, I need food for 13 guests on a yacht, or I need, you know, I have 12 passenger plane who needs food. Are you willing to?
Right.
It just took off on its own, you know.
So,
Took off on its own.
how was the feedback from those clients?
My feedback, I've honestly haven't had a terrible experience. You know, I try to provide my best foot forward every time. I'm somebody who likes to pay attention to detail. So
Great.
I ask as much questions as I can to narrow down what exactly is the client looking for from me, like from me, so that I can be able to present the best foot forward.
You're a chef.
Yes.
What do you do outside of that? That has nothing to do with culinary.
I like to rest.
What does rest look like?
Rest looks like, for me, laying in my bed, catching up on whatever assignments I have to do.
You're still working.
The work doesn't stop. The work doesn't stop. But honestly, it's spending time. I have a puppy, so I spend time with my puppy. I like to try food. I like to go to different restaurants and try different cuisines. I like spending time in nature. I like the beach. I like going to the park, zoos, aquariums. I like nature. So that's what my life looks like outside of the chef, because the chef identity takes over.
Facts.
You know, it takes over for sure.
Let me ask this question. It's kind of left. Right? For someone who's in the culinary field and you're highly demanded, right? Especially now, once you start opening up these restaurants and your career's taking a whole different path. What will dating look like, right?
For me,
And let me first ask, would you want to get married?
yes.
Okay. Should you get married, would you rather get married to somebody who's already in the same field?
Yes,
Okay.
for sure, 1,000%.
So would dating look like I'm going to date people that's already within that field for you? Like if they don't know how to really cook.
For me, I would want to date somebody that's already in the field because they understand the demand of the field. You know, or at least has had some type of experience in the field. Even if they step away, if they have experience in the business side of things, to handle back of house. If you handle back of house, I handle front of house. That's how I see with dating, for sure.
But you wouldn't want somebody that's a little bit opposite. Like, let's say you want to grow a food chain. You wouldn't want somebody that's good in management, or that's good that could bring in the money, bring the resource.
Oh yeah, the back of house. If they can work back of house, which is the financial side, the
Right.
business side, the the managerial side, yes. That I would definitely appreciate, because front of house is all me.
Right.
The chef, the personality, the customer service is definitely there for me. But someone who can handle that pressure for me would alleviate everything.
I saw a video online, and this guy was explaining where and how people spend money, right? It said people only spend money on 3 things. Number 1 is like a solution. People like, well, I just want this problem gone.
Yes.
I don't want to deal with this, whether it's pain, whatever, or the person's in trouble. I'll pay just to get rid of it. Yes. The other thing they spend money on is convenience.
Yes.
Right? My food on a jet, I want to get my food and leave.
Yes.
Convenience. And the third thing is experience. People will spend money just for that moment,
yes.
just to be in that moment, and just to enjoy that space, right? How true is that to you, or from your experience?
That is very true. I noticed that food brings in culture. Food brings in community.
Right.
Food brings in memories and moments. So whether it's you're booking me to propose to your to your fiance, if you're looking to enjoy a wedding party, if you're looking to just have an intimate moment with you and your family, I noticed that people would rather pay for the experience, and it'd be a great experience.
Right.
And in the culinary world, people are paying for convenience, but I do notice issues with convenience as well, with processed foods, processed
right.
things on the shelf. So 70% of our food in America is processed.
Right.
So if 70 to 75% of our food on the shelves today are processed, only 25% of our food is actually whole food, edible food for our body to process. That's an issue. That's definitely an issue. So when people are paying for convenience, they're also paying the price of their health.
That's true.
They're paying the price of their body. I know a lot of things are grab and go because America is grab and go. America is running on a system where it's constantly moving. But slowing down and taking a break and really listening and getting in tune with your body. What does your body needs, like food-wise? Whether it's a wellness drink, whether it's rest, whether it's hydration, whether it's you need your fruits and vegetables, you need your fiber. That is something that I'm noticing in the food industry, with food technology, with processed foods, that needs a change for sure. For sure.
Chef Nessa, what are you most proud of?
What am I most proud of? I'm most proud of how far I came with the food. I'm most proud of the fact that many challenges did come my way. You know, with love, with life, with family, with finance, but that still has not stopped me from still going. I still have faith in the vision that God has for me, so I'm most proud of me not giving up, even when I want to throw in the towel.
What has been your funniest experience? Because I know there's a lot of things that happen in the back kitchen that the person that's receiving will never see, right?
Yeah.
What has been one of your either craziest or funniest moment as a chef?
My craziest moment as a chef is the type of clients you receive.
Okay.
You know, you never know who's going to call you, who's going to want some food from you. And some of the yacht experiences have been interesting, to say the least. You see a lot of the Miami culture.
Right.
With serving food. So that has been a very, very interesting experience. Seeing... I don't even know if I could say that on here.
You can be yourself.
Like, you know, you see the food, you see the money, you see the drugs, you see some things, you know. You see the party culture.
Of course.
Yeah. And I think that once I started growing, I realized that that's not my scene. Yeah. The party scene is where they want that Haitian food. You know, they want Chef Nessa in these certain spaces. So having discernment about where I wanted Chef Nessa has been it for me. because you'll see some things.
Of course. Of course.
You'll see some things.
Of course. So what now for you?
What now for me? Right now for me, I am in school. So I'm working on my degree right now. So I did take a slow down moment just to become more intentional about where I want to end up. Because I've had plenty of experiences, and narrowing down my niche, I want to bridge the gap of food, mental health, wellness, and Haitian culture. So those are my 4 avenues that I want to focus on while obtaining my degree. I want more community. Like, I want more of, like, North Miami to really notice and take heed of their health, especially as we are, my generation is the sandwich generation, so we're in between. So we're watching our Haitian parents grow older. We're watching their health evolve. And noticing that food plays a big role in that. That's where I really want to see myself, is teaching people, like, you don't have to lose culture. You don't have to lose the Haitian culture. Manger Haitien is great on all levels, but when you start from the basis, what is your épice looking like? What are you seasoning with? What are you frying in? What are you cooking with? You know, that's where I want to teach.
Have you ever heard of Casey Healthy Eating?
Casey Healthy Eating?
He was a chef on one night, like on Biscayne, and either 111 or 119. He did Haitian vegan food.
Oh wow!
Right? He was around for. He was very, very successful, very well known at it. So the reason why I'm asking this is because wouldn't that drive the cost of your product, of your food? Because your ingredients is different. Corn oil versus olive oil.
Yes.
Right? Processed ingredients versus fresh ingredients.
Yes.
Right? So now we're talking about gardening. We're talking about where you get your produce from. Wouldn't that drive the cost of your food in that business?
Yes, it definitely will. And I started to do on a smaller scale, playing around with how exactly I would want to carry this out. Because avocado, olive oils, those are way more expensive, less processed, and easier for the body to digest. But that cost,
yes,
it's definitely apparent in the food margins. So right now I'm really working on trying to find my price point. How will I keep this in a way that is
keep your doors
sustainable?
Open.
Yeah,
keep my doors open. Yes.
Sustainable, but also not hitting over the head. Because when I first started off, some of my plates ranged, like my most expensive plate was $100, right? That was like an experimental plate. But my basis plates, my most expensive plate was $45. And that was lamb chops. You get 3 sides. Lamb chops, rice. You can get truffle mac and cheese. You can get, it was rice, mac, and garlic mashed potatoes. So 3 starches. Because I noticed that when people are wanting to pay that price point, they want a full dinner.
Facts.
They want to be able to at least eat out of that plate twice, or they want to at least have something that's heavy and filling enough. So with fast casual, I may have to lower the price point a bit because it's not the same plate structure, but I still want it to be profitable in a way to survive today's economy.
Facts.
Restaurant life is not easy because you have to charge for the plate, you have to charge for the labor, you have to charge for profit.
Correct.
And a lot of people don't understand that when they go to purchase food from people, food from entrepreneurs, food from people who's selling anywhere, is that, yes, the item may cost that, but they still have to have some sort of profit.
True.
So that's one issue that can be solved.
Do you have a recipe book?
I started a recipe book. Right now I have my 4 bases of my ebook is on my website now, and it teaches the 4 basics of my kitchen. What are my 4 staples and 2 bonus recipes.
Do you also write down your affirmations?
No, I need to start doing that.
What about your goals?
My goals, yes. I journal my goals now.
I'm going somewhere with this. Do you know exactly where you're going? What you want to do?
As of now, yes.
Good. Reason why I asked is because I've also read this book, Accomplishment, where it mentioned if you do not know the road that you're going or your destination or where you would like to go, all roads will lead there.
Oh, wow.
Because if you don't know where you're going, anywhere you go would be where you
think you want to head?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to have a clear plan and a clear vision of what you actually want to do and actually do it, regardless of what anybody says.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because people will doubt, your closest friends and relatives will probably say, "Nah, you're crazy."
Yeah.
But
all the time.
Just encourage you.
Yeah.
Whatever's on your heart, and that's your vision, and that's your goal, that's your plan, take it full force.
Okay. Will do. Thank you. That's great advice. Especially now where I've gotten to. I always stress, like, I want to not lose the culture, but I still want to make it healthy.
Right.
That's my biggest thing. From Haitian patties, like my mom makes, we start off with Haitian patties, pâté cordon and pâté en bafou. Then I started noticing, okay, how can we make this healthy for everyone? Can you have a veggie option? Let's go back to our ingredients. What flour are we using? How is this easier on the gut? Like, these are things that I've been noticing that needs pivoting, that needs change. Not just in Haitian food, but in our food culture around the world. A lot of food is great, but we are neglecting health. We are neglecting functionality. Your gut is your second brain. So your mind processes emotions, trauma, thoughts, so many different thoughts throughout the day, but your body does too. Your stomach does. So if you're not taking care of what you're ingesting, food, information, experiences, if you're not processing them well, if you're not ingesting what's good for you, your mind pays the price. Your body pays the price. So those are just connections that I'm noticing.
Facts.
It's not to cut out all the great foods that you've ever experienced. It's not to cut out cultures, not to cut out everything out your diet. But 80-20, enjoy, don't overindulge. Gaining self-control with food. It shows up in other areas in your life. Food discipline shows up in your wallet discipline.
Facts.
Like, food discipline shows up in the way you carry yourself. If you're disciplined about your food choices, most likely you'd be disciplined about all your other life choices. This is not great for me. Let me have my discernment to turn in this area, So.
And the same way you had the discernment when you were, cooking for certain parties, when you realize, hey, this is not the space that I want to be in. Also, don't be shocked where the mindset that you have, bringing the culture and also healthy and those different options. Don't be shocked if your clientels are not the people that you expect it to be.
Definitely. It
100%.
has changed. It has changed.
It's going to change. It's going to change drastically too.
Drastically. It has changed drastically because I noticed when I was selling the plates and I first started selling the plates back then, the culture that I was attracting, the people that I was attracting, it changed now that the focus has been on health.
Of course.
I'm going to be honest, a lot of young people are not focused or worried about their health right now. Now, because it's becoming an epidemic, I would say there's an influx of it, but most generally, like general young crowds are like, I want the next trending plate of food. I want to go pick up, oh yeah, this place got the best fried chicken, or this place got the best.
That's where I'm going to go.
The best. That's where they want to go. But there's also, you have to think about, okay.
Long term.
So if somebody needs to get in touch with you, right, or for some of your services, how do they do that?
the Chef Nessa.
Yes.
You can talk to them.
Yeah, so you can literally find me at thechefnessa.com. I have my Instagram as well, thechefnessa_. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
We want to give you an opportunity at this time, just like we do every guest, to speak to someone who wants to get in that business, right?
Yes.
Or someone who probably got in that business, failed, or someone whose needs and courage to stay in that business. What advice would you give to them?
Know your numbers. Know your numbers and know your niche. As you're expanding in business, you might find yourself growing and pivoting into other areas, but get on something, master it, and move on. You also need to pay attention to who is your target audience? Who do you want to serve? That's very important to take account to. When you know your niche, you know your audience, you know your numbers, you're pretty good. You're pretty set for success.
And at this time, we want to thank all of our continuous sponsors: AZ Formalwear, Gourmet Gathering by Chef Princess E, Comprehensive Health Center, and Chick-fil-A Miami Shores. Most importantly, we want to thank you, our viewers and listeners who tune in every week, our Alumni Association, and shout out to all the pioneers who just graduated. Until next time.